I like seeing the activists like Cyrus Smith. In fact, I tell people I'm not the activist I was even a year ago. I'm trying to step back from the activist, angry brother from the old neighborhood. I don't want to do that no more. But that's why I like Cyrus Smith. See, you should you know, type in Cyrus Smith on the computer, learn all about Cyrus Smith. Cyrus Smith organization is the National Block Club University. He's organizing block clubs, block by block. He has a comprehensive program. Great guy. And that's why, you know, and I tell folks, you know, I contribute to his organization. I put him on the TV show, the YouTube at least, I mean on the computer at least once a year. What more do you want? Okay? Great guy. Really look into his organization. He's organizing. And really, the people like Cyrus Smith are the ones who are really going to make the difference. Most, not all, but almost all of the preachers, politicians, and potentates here in Chicago, especially in the African American community here in Chicago, are pathetic. And see, but they run the game. I don't want to hate on them too much. I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying. Because the masses are stupid. They're ignorant. That's not to put them down. They don't know. That's why you see a little video. I show it during the breaks. I beg people, go travel. Go, just even America, if you don't have any money to go overseas, you don't have a passport, just go to neighborhoods, different towns, different regions, different parts of the country, different parts of the metropolitan area, and go to the more affluent neighborhoods. Perfect example is you go to Austin neighborhood on the west side, and you're going to go, you know, right across Austin Boulevard, right on the west side of Chicago, to Oak Park. Oak Park is much nicer than Austin, and River Forest is on the other side, west of all of that, on Harlem Avenue. River Forest is even nicer than Oak Park. It's a tad more affluent. Then you have Maywood, which is an African American neighborhood beyond River Forest. So you have these two African American neighborhoods: the town of Maywood on the western edge, if you will, and this is all on the west side of Chicago, really the suburbs. Austin is part of Chicago. So you have to see, why is Austin like it? It's okay, it's nice people live there, but it's lower income, more children, more trash, more destabilization than Oak Park and River Forest. Maywood is nicer, but you have more intact families, but you have a lot more destabilization because, you know, over almost 68, they say 68% of African American children are born out of wedlock. Most of our young ladies are not going to get married. If they are, they're going to get divorced. They'll be by themselves. Most African American women are single, will continue to be single, because we African Americans don't have a 20, 30 year, 40 year vision. When I started, I'm trying to stop the activism stuff. I'm trying to really focus things. I told you earlier, this book called The Science of Getting Rich just blew me away. So there's a few more minutes of this little talking, and maybe I'll move on. It'll be tough. But the bottom line, I always tell people, listen here. If you're African American, male or female, you have children, you have a daughter, African American daughter, who is going to marry your daughter? Now, Barack and Michelle, they are elite. They are royalty. They are in the rarefied air. Sasha and Malia would do quite well. They're going to good schools. They're going to be the elite. They are part of the elite, which is fine for them. But most Americans make under $50,000. The rest of us make under $100,000. Do you understand? So I always tell African American people, who is going to marry your daughter? Your young man, your boy, your teenager, your young man. Are they a good suitor? Are they for a young lady? Are they going to be a good husband? Are they going to take care of the children that they produce? The Science of Getting Rich. I didn't want to start with The Science of Getting Rich, but you should go on the computer. The Science of Getting Rich. It totally blew me away, because when I started the show, going on 18 years now. In 1991, I took a year off. I did a couple of shows for 1 year. I took a little break, a little sabbatical, best thing ever done. But one of the premises of the show was to really be a part of a cultural movement that will ensure that every African American neighborhood is safe, clean, and with excellent schools. That means those of us who make 25 grand, 30 grand, most of us make under 50 grand. The rest of us make under 100. Most people are working class, upper middle class, whatever, working class. Most of us are basically working class. I know people make $400 a day, which is a six-figure salary. They're paycheck to paycheck. But the trick is that how do we instill the values that people used to have when they went to church all the time? And I'm not a proponent of organized religion. You just have to replace it with something. You leave organized religion, you should replace it with another value system, a philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Something metaphysical, whatever. So you making 25, you making 35, you making 45, $55,000 a year, but your children have values. You have values, and the neighborhood is stabilized. I go out there in front of my house, there's paper on the ground, beer bottles. It's a nice neighborhood, but it could be so much better. What I'm saying, it's nice, but most of you had never seen Lake Forest, Bannockburn, Long Grove, Riverwoods. I didn't know what Riverwoods was. See, I'm a limo driver. I can go in some of these neighborhoods. Riverwoods is very nice. It's a lot of nice neighborhoods. And my neighborhood's nice. Most neighborhoods are okay, but like when we're taping this show, 8 people were murdered in Chicago this weekend. That's pathetic. And most of them are African Americans. In a city where Barack Obama was here for over 25 years, 20-something years he was here. His adopted hometown. When he's the ex-president, he's probably going to spend a few months here, of course, and the rest in Hawaii. I can tell you, you can put that in the bank. You can bet the ranch on that one. Okay? Enough of that. Let me take a break. Let me take a break.